Everything about here at Louisville just felt more homey, and I felt like I could do a lot better here. My name's Trevor Carroll. I'm going to be a junior this year, and I'm from Granger, Indiana. The recruiting process was fun because my dad he was a competitive college swimmer back in the 80s, and he won a few Big Ten titles at IU, so he was pretty good himself, and I happen to swim all the same events now. I came in and we learned early on that I had anemia as well, which we didn't know was also probably stemming from celiac disease, so I was taking the iron pills and all that, and it never really went up. So we spent all that time using all those supplements and everything, trying to boost up all that stuff, and it never really went anywhere. So eventually, going into conference season, we were still having issues. I was still feeling run down. We were starting to rest for it, but still feeling kind of run down. And I swam great the first day of the meet, but as it went on, my results weren't as good all the way through. And then shortly after, I was starting to have a few stomach issues right after the season ended. We were trying to figure out what could be going on. We realized my brother just got diagnosed. It's genetic. Why not just see? And my test came back positive, and since then, I was pretty overwhelmed at first because, yeah, my family knew a little bit, but like trying to go grocery shopping on my own, just calling my brother and my mom, trying to look and figure out what actually has gluten or any of that I had no idea. So I'm looking through, finding things I'm looking at peanuts, checking the back and seeing it contains wheat, and I was like, well, how would a peanut ever have that? So I'm going through, no idea what's going to have, and then I sat down with one of the nutritionists, and that's what really made a big difference. Is I was able to meet with her. She gave me a list of things to try shopping for. She even offered, she's like, I'm free this weekend. We can go Saturday, and I can take you to Kroger and walk through with you and help you create a new diet with healthy foods that are good for you and actually taste good. So that's the biggest part, is trying to find something that tastes good. Going from real bread back to this spongy stuff I'm eating now. There's no cure for it, but it's really, and there's not many treatments as in medicines at this point, but it's just being smart about your diet and working with the trainers and the managers and making sure especially when we travel and we're catering in all our food, that I have special food coming in. It's on its own plate, not touching anything else. And our director of operations was awesome with that. Everywhere I go, I never had to worry about my food getting contaminated because she was awesome with it. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the first meet, and I met with the nutritionist and figured out my diet and everything, and then I officially went gluten-free. And within 2 weeks, I was already feeling way, way better, and that was right before our first meet. And I got there and put up a time faster than I did the whole season before, so it instantly changed my life and swimming especially. It feels awesome, and being able to this summer watch all of my teammates compete everywhere. Kelsey went and won golds over at Pan Am's, and Grigori's over at Nationals making semifinals along with Joao and Carlos and Tomas, and all those guys are just doing so great at those huge meets with the whole world, and if they're out there doing it, I feel like I can be there soon. So it's fun being able to get back and train with all those guys, and they're your best friends out there competing against the best in the world, and it's so exciting to be around. My times have dropped significantly, even just racing at dual meets from this year to last year. I'm now putting up times that compete with everybody in the country, and I'm borderline on making it back and scoring points at NCAAs. So without that, if I was still eating all the regular foods I used to be freshman year, I could not see myself having the year I did.